Right, as I was recording my last video about Scotland and the Rugby League World Cup, this is broken. It broke earlier today, but I wasn't aware. I haven't really been watching the news today. But Scotland have sent 3 players home, including their captain Danny Brough for being too drunk to get on the plane from Christchurch to Cairns. So not only have they lost their 2 games heavily, they are now missing their captain. The other 2 are Sam Brooks and Johnny Walker. They basically carried on drinking after at the airport and after the game. And they got to get on the flight, and the airline says, "No, you've had too much. We're not letting you on the flight." And they've been sent home by Scotland. So they're now missing 3 key players. Great. Their captains are gone. And they were told they're not playing anymore. They're sent home in disgrace. So I knew there was an issue with Scotland at this World Cup, because there's no way they could have been that bad and there was not an issue. So there's clearly an issue of poor discipline in the playing group, lack of respect for the jersey, lack of respect for the coaches, because a lot of effort's gone into preparing these players. There's loads of young players in this squad, all that, and they go and do things like that. It's a disgrace. And it's not the first time in rugby league or in sport that player discipline has been failing, found wanting. And this is not the first incident this season of rugby league players breaching team discipline. Either in the northern or southern hemisphere. We've seen with Zach Hardacre, there's a reason why he's not at the World Cup. We've seen with Jesse Bromwich and Kevin Proctor why they're not at the World Cup. Sean Kenny down. Now these guys have been sent home in disgrace. They've got to play Samoa next week, but they're now missing their key playmaker and captain, and 2 interchange forwards. So players that you're going to need to win have been sent home in disgrace. Yeah, not good. Pretty piss poor, to be honest. And considering the previous video as well said the Welsh and the Scots just don't have the strength and depth. Well, Wales lost by a similar scoreline this morning to what Scotland did. Got hammered. So this is just a bad advert. No. It's turning into like a train wreck in slow motion. And those players should definitely hang their heads in shame. They haven't performed on the pitch and off the field. They've behaved like drunken louts. It's a poor advert for the Super League. It's a poor advert for rugby league in general. And sportsmen and women who are role models have to behave better. They have to. This just comes across as, Danny Brough is an experienced player. It's not like he's a young lad. He's 34 years old. He's the record cap holder for his country. So he's an experienced player. And he's been sent home. He will take no further part. Even if it's only for like 1 game, or if they had got through. Nope, you're done. Pretty bad. Anyway, I thought I'd mention that. I'm pretty disgusted. We've had issues with the England Rugby Union team in the World Cup in 2011 in New Zealand, doing similar antics, just being too drunk and doing silly stuff. There's been a scandal in the rugby league earlier this summer, in May, after the during the international break, when again certain players over a weekend were involved, and in fact it was even chairmen of clubs were involved in the cocaine scandal, and encompassed many reasons and things. So it's not good. It's a poor advert. So I think they should hang their heads. There's obviously issues within the Scotland camp anyway. The fact they were drinking before a flight on an international tour date, that's not good. The fact that the Scottish management allowed them to drink before a flight anyway, poor. The whole thing smells like rotten to me. So that's my view on it. If I was on a business trip and I had to travel and I was pissed, I'm fired. I'm done. Nah, that is disgraceful. And it just seems like the Scotland camp just has no control over its players. They're not playing well, and they're then, go out and drink. Dumb. I've mentioned this culture before. This culture's got to go. This lad drinking culture is killing the sport, and it's frustrating to watch. And they haven't even played well enough to, I think, deserve a bloody drink. They've been that bad. It's like they're probably drunk on the pitch. Oh well, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave that there before I start ranting and raving. Please place your comments below. If you're a rugby league fan, if you're at the World Cup, if you watch the matches, whatever, I'd like to hear your responses. And I'll have another video for you later today after all the football is done. Thanks very much for watching.